Course 3, Lesson 103, we are looking at both line plots and box and whisker plots. Just a quick review of line plots and kind of diving into the basics of box and whisker plots. So remember that line plots are just a visual display of data based on a number line. Each point is shown by an X. Line plots show the spread of the data set. So if we were to have this information here, so fitness test, this is the number of curl-ups they can do in 1 minute. We want to show all of these different amounts from these different students in a line plot. So we would need to put our numbers on our number line and then show an X for every single value here. Okay, which means that we put our 26 and our 29, our 32, our 35, 36, and then we can see that we have these three 38s, okay, 38, 38, and 38. So we show however many we actually have of the totals. This kind of helps us actually if we were to do a box and whisker plot afterwards, since this kind of helps us put things in order. Now a box and whisker plot is basically it shows us the median, quartiles, and extremes. And later on we'll look at how to show our outliers as well. So we need to talk about quartiles, which is basically grouping the data into different quarters. So we'll have 4 quarters, of course, and those will be shown in our box and whisker plot. And we will also need the lower extreme and upper extreme. So just the lowest and highest value. And this is what our box and whisker plot looks like. So if we have our data here, we would say our smallest one is down here, shown with a dot. Our highest 160 is right here, shown with a dot. And then our quartile, our first quartile here, which is the median of the first half of the data. The third quartile is the median of the second half of the data. And the median is right in the middle of the data. So we show those with bars, connect them to be a box, and connect our whiskers. Okay, the whiskers go out to that lower and upper extreme. Now in later years we'll talk about this interquartile range and how it's useful for finding outliers, and the range is truly just the amount from the highest to the lowest. So if we were to take this data, the first thing we need to do is order the set from least to greatest. Since we need to find the median, we definitely need to order it least to greatest. And we find the median, okay, find that middle number, find the quartile, which is the median of the lower half, quartile 3 is median of the upper half, and find the extremes, so the lowest and the highest. So this is the data from least to greatest, and we can see when we cross out all those numbers, we get to 40 as our middle number. So in our box and whisker plot, and I'll show a better example of this in a second. So if we have, let's see, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and 55. We can go ahead and put that median right at 40. And then we need to find the quartiles. Now the quartiles comes from taking this half of the data, not including the median, and finding the median of that. So we would cross off highest, lowest, all the way to the middle. Okay, and we would say that this 38 is the first quartile, meaning there is a quarter of the data from here to here, so 1/4, another quarter of the data from here to here. And we will, finding the quartile 3, have the next quarter and the last quarter. Okay, so we found that third quartile just in the same way we did the other one. So we could plot those as 38 and 46, okay? So we have my box. The only thing we need is the whiskers, and that's coming from the lower extreme shown by a dot and the higher extreme showing by a dot connecting to the middle of the box. Now to show it in a nicer form that's not as choppy, we can see that this box and whisker plot looks like this. Okay? And it kind of shows us the spread of the data, where our portions of the data are. And remember, okay, this portion from the lower extreme to the first quartile is 25% of the data, and we have 25% of the data right here. and 25% right here, and 25% here. Now they don't look like even sections, but they actually do have the same amount of numbers in each section. Okay, it doesn't have the same range, but it has the same amount of data points in each section, and that's what we're looking for. So between the line plot and the box and whisker plot, which graph quickly conveys the mode of the data? Well, the line plot would show the mode of the data, showing how many of each number we have. And same question, but which graph quickly conveys the median of the data? That would be the box and whisker plot, because it actually shows that bar at the median. All right, so let's just try this one for ourselves, like make a line plot of the data. So we would make a line plot, start with just your normal line graph, and it looks like we're going to from 12 all the way to 40, okay? So let's see, I'll start with 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40. And in between all of those, I am going to put little bitty tick marks, okay, to show all of those numbers in between. So that when we make our line plot, we can say, all right, I have a number at 12, I have a number at 16, at 21, at 17, 23, at 13, another 23, 24, 35, 36, 15, 25, 25, 36, another 36, one at 38, 14, at 26, I believe is right there, 30, and at 40. Now, it's kind of a good idea to do these line plots so that we can actually put the data in order pretty quickly. We can say I have a 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I have a 21. I have two 23s. I have 24, a 25, and I believe another 25. Yep. A 26. A 30, I'm going to put this down here, a 35, 36, 36, 38, and 40. Okay, which means now we can make a box and whisker plot by finding the median. Now, remember, median is found in just our normal way. You find it at 24. You can do that yourself. And then I'm going to find the middle of between 12 and 23 here, which gives me 16. Okay, that's my quartile one. And between 25 and 40, my median is this 35. Okay, you can try that also for yourself. So when we find our box and whisker plot, and I'm not going to put all of those tick marks like I did for the last one, but I am going to say 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and my 40, which means I can put my lower extreme at 12 right here. I can put my upper extreme on 40. I can put my median at 24. I can put my quartile 1 at 16. And I can put my quartile 3 at 35 so that I can make my box and connect my whiskers. Okay? And that is my box and whisker plot for this information. Okay? So, I hope this is helpful for your homework and for studying.